Hi, and welcome to, how do I play this thing? Byte 4 of Snow Leopard and Exchange 2007. Bit of a, bit of an offshoot really, nothing to do with the lab setup, but had a few questions about Snow Leopard, in particular with the Exchange 2007 integration, and it's such an easy thing to go through, I thought I'd go through it now. So for those of you who are non-Mac users or haven't actually got Snow Leopard yet, I suppose one of the big features of it is it now supports Exchange 2007 out of the box. So as before you would need Entourage or some other kind of application to gain access to Exchange, it now does support that out of the box. The nice thing about it is it does use Auto Discover, which is an Exchange 2007 service, so it's so simple to set up from a user point of view. And just with a user account, with an email address and a password, a user should be able to set up mail, Ical, and contacts pretty much all in one go. So let me show you how that all goes through. So you can see I'm running Snow Leopard with my wonderful background, and I'm just going to take you through mail at the moment, and mail's not very exciting at the moment. I've just got my Gmail account, my mobile me account, my dad's account just in case my dear old dad, someone tries to contact him, and my mum's email account just in case. As you know, mums aren't very email aware, and sometimes when she buys stuff they want her email address, so I've sort of taken that on board. But there's nothing to do with Exchange in there. If I go into my calendar, again I can see I've got my calendars work and I've got my Gmail calendar all in there, but again nothing Exchange related at all. And the final one is contacts. If I go into contacts, it's just my local contacts. So what I'm going to do is just configure it up for Exchange 2007. And to do that, the way I do this is go via mail and go into preferences and just add a new account. And in this one, we just say my account is Nicky C at eurodatasystems.com, and I type in my password. And it's now using the Auto Discover service, so it's found all that information out through that DNS record we would have talked about on one of the IT Idiots episodes. It's found out the email server, the server address, and it's asking me to set up the address book contacts and the iCal calendars, which I'm quite happy to go with, so let's go with that. So initially it's going to take a little while to do a bit of synchronization. I mean, my mailbox on Exchange is probably about 4 or 5 gig. I'm one of those users, yeah. So if I look at Nicky C at eurodatasystems.com, we can start seeing things filling out. Let's put new things to the top. SQL design discussion, 3rd of July, and I just leave that synchronizing because, as I say, that will take a little while. It's in Eurodata. Right, so whilst I'm waiting for that to synchronize, let's have a look at my address book. And we can see there's a few changes in here. For a start, I've got Nicky C at Eurodata Systems. Now this is my contacts list that I would normally see in Outlook, so anything I add to my contacts list in Outlook will show here. And again, if I wanted to put things in my contacts list in Outlook, for example, if I go to on my Mac and I decide that I want Bell and Colville to be part, and the Lotus Garage to be part of my Outlook contacts, I can just drag it into there. Now it's part of my Outlook contacts, and that will sync up. The other thing I've got is the ability to search the global address list. So if I put in my name Nicky in there, I can see my details, my phone number, etc., my manager, and I can put that in, my local contacts list if I want to mail myself. Okay, some scenarios don't work, but you see the point. I mean, how easy was that? I've got my contacts, I've got the global address list, no configuration, just email address and password. So the next thing to have a look at is calendar. So calendar already we can see I've got Nicky C at eurodatasystems.com. Calendar, that's my sort of work calendar. And what week were we looking at here? 19th, 18th of August, a couple of weeks back. So you can see I was at Herbert Smith, Guildford, Hodds Jones, and last week I was all at Rugby Union Twickenham. So that all comes through, and if I want to make a modification to any one of these, again that will sync back through to Outlook. It's just, it's a unified It's a unified system, if that's the right word. So I can put calendar appointments in here, no problem at all. Going back to Eurodata, what I was desperately trying to do, but I think it's going to take a little while to synchronize, is there's a few subfolders of my inbox, and they will come through as well. And one of the subfolders is my Operation Manager alerts. So I'm not sure how long that's going to take to come through, but you can see down the bottom it's sort of synchronizing as we go. The other thing you can do is you can have different signatures per email. Let me just show you. If I send a new email message, I can pick and choose where it's coming from. So I can say it's coming from my Mac account, or I can say it's coming from my Eurodata Systems account. And if it's from Eurodata Systems, I can append my standard disclaimer email. So let's not save that one. So that's all syncing like mad. 273. The to-do list is another interesting thing. If you use tasks in Outlook, they come through as to-do lists. Okay, you lose a little bit of the metadata. For example, I have, percentage completion on this, but I don't get any of that in here. But that's it really. It's like I've been bombed by Forefront. Sufei, some of you might know, just bought a white iPhone. Not very exciting stuff. And I suppose I could just leave it there synchronizing, but guys, that's it. There's no configuration other than that. And that's what makes it pretty amazing, I think. So mail, address book, all in there. Ical, all in there. And the nice thing is, there's a division between sort of like your personal life and your work life as well. If you're not interested in that, you can just untick it. So that's all good stuff. And that's going to be syncing for ages. So I think at this point I'm going to stop. There's nothing else really that's going on in Snow Leopard I found out. Yeah, I'm sure loads of you shouting at me. We've got some changes in stacks. For example, what I've done is from my applications, I've just added them all out, and you've got like a little scrollable stack there now, which is, or a folder I think it's called. Expose you can use by holding on to a particular item, and it will just show you the windows relevant to that item. So if I do mail, it just shows me the mail ones. So it's slightly different. But other than that, guys, I haven't really found out much more about Snow Leopard. One thing I was surprised about is the state of this Mac machine, or my MacBook Pro, prior to the upgrade was abysmal. It's taking about 2.5 minutes to install. I've done an in-place upgrade which goes completely against anything I would recommend, and it seems to be fine. And I've done it on my Mac Mini, and it seems to be fine as well. So far, I've got to admit, I'm quite impressed. But anyway, that's Snow Leopard and Exchange. See you next time.